Hey guys, so today I am doing my health update. It is Friday, what's the date? June 7th. So this is going to be a real casual, like just chat with me while I do some crafting. So you might hear some background noise. I might say a lot. So I'm going to be working in my vintage journal. This is the one I think I worked on last week while I was chatting with you. Let me fix my camera. It looks like maybe... There we go. That's better. You have a better view. My desk is a disaster. Don't judge. So, yeah, this is going to be really casual. Hannah's home. Nobody else is home. Hannah's home. I'm just going to chat with you while I'm doing this. Maybe I'll show you some things I got this week. So this is going to be a health update plus a just come craft and chat with me. How about that? Do you guys like that? So I'll start out by telling you what's been going on this week. This is a genius idea, and I cannot find the video for the life of me now. I looked for it all last night so I could attach it. So this lady, she actually sewed hers, but what she did was she took one of these plastic sheets that you get at the Dollar Tree, and basically she cut slits in it, okay? And then she sewed her slits. See, look at this. She sewed her slits. Oh, this is too big. But I just glued mine because I don't sew. But look, now I can work on my embellishments, and when I get done with them, just put them in here, and that way, as I'm doing my junk journal, I can just take this out, and it's two-sided. I've got both sides I can fill up, and I can just use my embellishments. Isn't that genius? I will try to look for her again, but I looked for her all last night and couldn't find her. So anyway, that's what you're gonna see me like grabbing for. So this week, let's see. First I'll go with my weight, I guess. This week, I'll tell you a little bit about what I've done. I have started the keto diet. Hi, Hannah. I have started the keto diet. Well, ketogenic way of eating, really. It's not really a diet. This has to be forever because I have found through several rounds of low carb that my body doesn't like carbohydrates, and I just need to like understand that. My body does not like sugar. My body does not like wheat. You should have seen, gosh, it was a couple weeks ago. And like, we don't eat a lot of carbs. I've told you that in the past. We don't eat tons of carbs. And last couple weeks ago, did I have bread? I don't remember what I ate, but we ate something that was really, oh, it was pasta. I had a whole big bowl of pasta one night, and the next morning, my eczema, you guys, was on fire. I was scratching my leg like you would not believe because my eczema was so bad. And it like completely hit me, duh. Well, if you flare up after eating pasta, then I would assume you're probably got a sensitivity to gluten. So instead of going the gluten-free route, because I can't handle the gluten-free foods, they give me tummy aches, they're too like bloaty, they make me bloated and stuff. I just need to get rid of carbohydrates. So I thought, well, sugar's not good for you either. And I told you guys last week, one of my daughter's doctors, who I think is an absolute genius, had mentioned the ketogenic diet. So I have been eating, I would say low carb. I wouldn't even say like I've been following all the rules of ketogenic. So don't quote me. I'm not going to throw that name out there. I'm going to say that I've been eating higher fat, medium protein, and lower carb. I'm not on my phone tracking everything. I tried that a couple days this week, and honestly, you guys, it drove me crazy. I can't do it. So I eat what I know I'm supposed to be eating. I eat eggs, I eat meat, I do eat some dairy. I don't go overboard with the dairy. If I have, you know, like in the morning, sometimes I'll have keto pancakes, which consist of almond flour, eggs, cream cheese, baking powder, and then I'll, you know, fry that up and put some sugar-free syrup on it. Then I won't necessarily eat like cheese as a snack that day. And that's another thing with snacking. I haven't really been doing it. I haven't been snacking because I haven't been hungry. The fat from the foods that I'm eating, like butter, is a big fat for me that I enjoy eating because I put it on my foods. Almond butter, love almond butter. What other fats have I been eating? I'm just going back to review what I've already put in here so I can get an idea of what I need to do. Fats, almond butter, I've had some bacon, I do have cheese. I'm not really hungry after I eat during the day because it fills me up. It keeps me full. So, numbers. I believe last week, I didn't review my last week's video, so I might be wrong. I believe last week I was 248.5. I want to say that's what I was. 248.5 or 248.6. I don't know. You can go watch my last video and get the exact number. This week, this morning, I stepped on the scale. I'm down to 244.2. So whatever that 248 point whatever, I have a 4-pound loss. So I am thrilled with that. I have also been using, we bought an elliptical last weekend, so I used the elliptical twice. I'm ready to get on it again today after I do this video. And I haven't really walked with my husband because he's been busy, and I've only walked with him, I think, twice this week, which I usually do more than that. So I am super encouraged by that. Now, total, and let me tell you this, TMI, I'm just going to put that out there, it's the week before my period. So normally I'm 5 pounds heavier. So I'm pretty excited that I'm at least down 4 pounds. So I'm thinking I'm about a pound in the last 3 weeks. Yes, the last 3 weeks from the start, I was 245, I believe. And then I went 245, then I went up to 248, now I'm down to 244. So realistically, I'm only 1 pound down for the last 3 weeks. And you know what? I'm okay with that. 1 pound, you guys, is 1 pound. Think about when you go to the deli and you get a pound of meat. A pound of sliced meat. I mean, seriously? That's, to have that off of my thigh or my stomach, I'm okay with that. I'm just ripping out some of this here so I can start doing a page. So some people are like, oh my gosh, I only lost a pound. Or this one lady on one of my websites, I couldn't believe it. She says, well, I started, dieting and I'm so discouraged because the first week I lost 10 pounds and then I haven't lost anything else in the last 2 weeks. So even if you're looking at that 10 pounds, for 3 weeks, that's an average of over 3 pounds a week. Can you really be discouraged by that? I mean, really? So I take every little ounce or whatever, and I consider it a win. I'm just not, oh, I like that side better. Look at that, I like that side much better. So I'm not trying to, I'm not in a race here with anybody. The only person I'm in a race with is me. And quite frankly, I've noticed that the faster I lose the weight, the faster I gain it back. So I'm okay with an average of 1 pound lost in 3 weeks because, quite frankly, that's still a pound. So I consider that a success. So let's see, things that I've learned this week are, I feel better when I exercise. I mean, I think we can all probably say that. And when I say exercise, guys, I'm not like talking like I'm going 50 minutes on the elliptical. The first day I got on the elliptical, I did 10 minutes. 10, that's it, 10 minutes. The second day I got on the elliptical, I did 12. I am overweight. I am not used to doing cardio. And the elliptical kicked my booty. So it's not like I'm getting on there for 45 minutes and burning 800 calories. I think the last time I got on there, it said I burned 40 calories or whatever. I don't care. The fact is that I'm trying to be consistent. I'm trying to make it a thing. I want to make getting on the elliptical a routine or part of my routine. And that way, I will gradually go up in time. You don't have to start something and just be like, pardon the phrase, balls to the walls, you know? A lot of people are like, oh, well, you know, I only went on the elliptical for a half an hour and I feel like a loser. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I had to tap out after 10 minutes. But that's okay, because that's my win for the week. I am so proud of myself for getting on it twice. I hope, like I said, to get on it after I get done with this video. I'm going to get on it again. And 10 minutes is 10 minutes. So that is awesome. I feel so much better when I'm on that. And then also, like I said, eating higher fat, low carb. And when I say low carb, I don't mean like low carb bread or you know, low carb foods. I mean, I'm literally eating low carb, meaning vegetables have carbohydrates in it. So I eat my vegetables. I don't eat potatoes. I don't eat carrots. Yesterday I had for dinner chicken with, I did like a sheet pan dinner. I did chicken breast, and then on another sheet pan I did zucchini, 2 different colors of bell pepper, onion, and then I put on some little mini potatoes for the kids and for William. So I ate the peppers. Well, I know that peppers are a little higher in carbohydrates. So I went and I did the peppers, but yesterday I watched my carb intake because I knew the peppers were a little bit higher in carbs. So that's what I say when I mean low carb. Or that's what I mean when I say low carb. I don't mean I'm going out and purchasing like some of these like frou-frou drinks or low carb bread or pasta. I'm trying to stick to whole foods because I know that my body likes them. Now, don't get me wrong. I did have some, what are they called? Dark chocolate chips. They were like 75% cocoa chocolate chips earlier in the week with some whipped cream, almond whipped cream, because like I said, I'm trying to keep it as dairy-free as I can get. So I did have some of that. I was craving something sweet so bad, which is unusual because I don't really crave sweet when I'm on, you know, low carb, high fat. But I was craving something sweet, so I allowed myself to have it. So I consider that a win. And I'm just kind of learning how my body reacts to different foods. I will also tell you, I cannot find the start of this. There it is. I also will tell you that I had these drinks, because I have a couple drinks with my husband sometimes at night. I would say sometimes, more than often than not. And I used to drink beer, and then I drank wine for a little bit. And since I've been trying to do lower carb, I found these drink called Truly's, Truly's. Not sponsored, but if Truly, if you want to sponsor me, you go right ahead. Where are my scissors? Anyway, they're like an alcohol with seltzer water or soda water or whatever you call it, carbonated water. And I absolutely love them. There's a couple that I don't like mango. I'm just not a big fan of mango. I've never been a big fan of mango. But other than that, I love their, they have a citrus pack. I love their citrus pack. And they have 2 grams of carbs in them per can. So if I have 2 cans, that's only 4 carbs. So I know the daily allowance intake for women is only 1 drink a day, and to that I say poo-poo, because that's me and my husband's thing at night. He has a couple beers, I have a couple drinks, and we literally will tell the kids that we're taking our 5 minutes. And they, unless it's an emergency, kind of are on their own, and we'll either go out to the garage or go sit on the patio if it's nice, because I think that we need to connect like that. You know what I mean? That's another thing with health. So here I'm learning about my health and about what I need to do to be a healthier person. Well, you know what? I need my partner's attention. And with him working 100 million hours a week, give or take, he is not home very often. And when he is home, we're like trying to get all of our, normal stuff done, like grocery shopping, and we need new shoes, and he needs new jeans, and we got to go to Lowe's, and what needs to be done around the house. So we're always trying to figure out what needs to be done when he's home, and we don't get time to like spend quality time together. So at night we try to make it a point to do, we call it taking our 5 minutes. It's not 5 minutes, it's usually 15 or 20. But the kids are older now. When they were younger, I used to have my older child, Gabrielle, she'll tell you this, she hated it. I used to have her stay inside with the baby, because Hannah was a baby at the time, and we would take our 5 minutes outside. So even if you have younger kids, if you have an older one that's capable of, even if you're standing outside of a sliding glass door or something, then take 5 minutes with your partner. Even if you're right outside the sliding glass door and you've got the kids right inside where you can still keep an eye on them, at least you're still talking one-on-one with your partner. And I think that that's just so important. So we have been doing that, and like I said, I found that Truly beverage that sticks within my, little calorie and carbohydrate range. So this week I've been feeling really good. The headaches have been, yesterday I, open mouth, insert foot. One of my viewers, who was absolutely amazing, was saying that they had prayed for me, and I was like, oh, prayers work, praise Jesus, which, praise Jesus, prayers do work. But I did open mouth, insert foot, because yesterday afternoon, I got a migraine. But I'll tell you the reason why. So I haven't had a migraine since I went to my massage therapist last Wednesday. And she did some work on me last Wednesday, and then I went back this Wednesday. Well, she's like, how you doing? I'm like, no migraines at all. I've been using my CBD lotion, and I would feel myself getting tense, and then I'd use the CBD lotion and everything would be fine. And she's like, great, that's awesome. So she said, well, you definitely feel a lot looser this week. I'm like, oh, I feel great. Well, then she started doing my back and my shoulders, and y'all, I about went through the roof. So there was one part right below my shoulder where she had put a finger like this, and I screamed, what are you doing? She said, what's the matter? And I said, what are you poking at? And she said, well, I'm just, I'm just feeling this muscle right here. I'm like, ow, it hurts. I honestly thought she had some kind of pokey tool. Like, I thought my first thought was, why is she using needles on me when I didn't give permission for that? I thought she was using acupuncture needles because it burns so bad. I'm not even kidding you. And she said, oh, well, what kind of pain is that? I'm like, it burns, it burns. And she said, if, rate 1 to 10. And I'm like, 8, 9, it hurts. And she wasn't like digging in. You guys, she was just touching like this. She said, oh, you're all locked up right here. Well, no kidding. Get off me. Don't do that. Anyway, so she's like, listen, I'm going to do something that's really going to hurt for like 2 seconds, but then I promise it's going to feel better. I'm like, okay. So I took a deep breath, and took the the base of her hand and did something. And let me tell you, it did hurt, but then all of a sudden it was gone. So she said, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." She said, "Okay, how about now?" And she touched the same spot. Nothing. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, what did you do?" I'm going to try to say it, but again, technical terms, I don't know. Something about a myofascia release, I believe. There's muscles and then there's fascia, which connects your muscles and your nerves, if I'm correct. And like, I guess they kind of sit like this. Well, mine was like up like this and in a funk. And so when she was touching here, all the nerves around it were really irritated. So I guess what she did with the palm of her hand was did a really hard to soften it out again. And I was like, "Oh my gosh." Well, then she pressed up on my shoulder area and it was so loose. And she said, "Oh, look, I loosened it up." And I was like, "Oh my gosh." Like, I've honestly been dealing with that problem for the last 4 years. I remember going to an emergency room because I thought there was something wrong with my neck. I thought like I had, what's that spinal thing? What is that? Where you get a infection in your spine. Anyway, I went to the emergency room because I couldn't move my neck because I thought that's what it was. I thought I was having like whatever that thing is. So I go to the emergency room and sure enough, my shoulder was like in a muscle spasm. And I have literally been dealing with that for the last 4 years, on and off, different levels of pain, of course. It hasn't been that excruciating for the last 4 years, but definitely been dealing with it. And so when she did that, that was the first time I felt release like that in 4 years. I was like, "Oh my gosh." So I was so happy. I could not have been happier. She's amazing. She really knows what she's doing. What I didn't expect, though, was that yesterday, all that pain set in from where she did the work. And I get it. I mean, she really worked on me. So I get that it just, it was sore and it wasn't her fault. It was just, that's what happened. And she told me when I left yesterday, was it yesterday? No, she told me when I left Wednesday, she's like, "I don't really think that you should come back for another 2 weeks because I want to give everything that I did today a chance to settle down and see where you are in 2 weeks." So I kind of felt like she knew that that was going to happen. And so yesterday, migraine, just because everything was so sore from her working on it. And then, like, even this morning I woke up and I'm super, super sore. I don't think I'm going to get a migraine today. It's not like that intense pain. It's just really sore, like I worked out a lot. So do I think that the massage therapy, do I think it's a really big thing? I do. I think that everybody should look into it. I think that it's changed my life. And I definitely think that it is worth looking into. So that's kind of my story for the week, and I'm sticking to it. I don't know. I think I'm going to do this one page right here and then kind of let you guys go because this video is getting a little long. So again, I want you guys to tell me, what have you been working on? I know one of you is working on getting your water in. Oh, me too. I'm telling you, I hate it. I love water, but for some reason, I just don't drink it throughout the day enough. And then all of a sudden at night, I'm like, "Oh, I need more water." And then I gulp down, 4 or 5 glasses of water. What comes next? I'm up peeing all night. So I need a new tacky glue. What do you know? I have one right here. So I need to work on that too. I need to work on my water. If you have any tips for me, let me know. Do you set an alarm for yourself? Do you force yourself every time you walk into a room to go get it? Tell me what you're doing. How are you reminding yourself to get that water in? Because, girl, I need to know. So that's a big thing. Tell me how you're doing on your water intake. I know somebody else was, I believe, walking every day. Good for you. I'm super proud of you. You had said it's becoming part of your routine, and I think that's what I'm doing too, is that I'm making my food choices, my exercise, all become a part of my daily routine. And that way you don't think about it, it's just a thing. You do it. So let me know what else you guys are working on if I have any newbies here. Tell me what you're working on for your health. This health journey is about all of us doing something to improve our health. It can be mental health, it can be physical health, it can be relationship health, whatever it is for you. Or it could be, you know what it could be? Learning to love yourself a little bit more. I know some people, I know in my life, I have had a horrible struggle with loving myself during certain times in my life. And I've allowed other people to make me feel that I'm just not worthy. But thank God I'm not at that point in my life right now, because quite frankly, I'm worth it, damn it, you know? And everybody should be able to say that. So for all the newbies, pick something that you need to work on and come back and see me every week, and we can report to each other. I want everybody to leave me comments down below. Let's see, is this gonna work? Nope. Yes, it did work. I didn't expect it to work. Leave me comments leave me, what am I trying to say? Let me know down below in the description box what your successes were this week, what you need to work on more this week, what your intentions are this week. If you need to go to counseling, call that counselor. If you feel like you're over the edge with depression, get into your doctor, please. If you need to love yourself more and take care of yourself more, go get you a bath bomb from the Dollar Tree. Excuse me. And set up an hour one night to take a bath. If you need to lose weight like myself, pick one thing you want to do better this week. Do you want to have X amount of Coca-Colas this week, less than you're drinking last week? If you're a smoker, you want to have X amount of cigarettes less than you had last week. Just do one thing that's going to make your life healthier. So I hope that all of you can acknowledge your successes and acknowledge where you fell short this week. I believe that I fell short probably by having too many artificial foods. Like I said, like the whipped cream and the chocolate chips and stuff, I need to let go of that. But I feel that my successes are pretty darn good. So let me know what you're doing, if I can help you in any way. If you need a cheering section, down in the description box below, I will cheer you on. So I'm almost done with this page. This is like an ongoing thing here. I've been working on this for, geez, 3 weeks it feels like. Maybe 2 weeks, I don't know. But this junk journal is definitely a labor of love. And I can't wait to see her completely finished. And don't get me wrong, it's not like I've been spending every day on this. I surely have not. As a matter of fact, I don't think I picked this junk journal up since last week when I talked to you guys. So I'm definitely not on it every day, but it's kind of just a slow and easy as you go. I need to get some pockets going on in here and some tags and stuff. Oh, look at that. I said I gotta get more pockets. Well, that's what's coming up next. I'm going to throw some washi tapes on this and call it done. So I forgot to tell you what I picked up this week. So here's some things that I picked up this week. I got a brand new pack of stickles because I need them. I got this Distress Oxide from Ranger. It's in the vintage photo. I really love this color. I got a whole set of washi tapes from the Bo Bunny collection at Tuesday Morning. Oop, I'm missing one. Hang on, my fingers aren't long enough. Boop. These are all from the Bo Bunny collection at Tuesday Mornings. And then I got also, where is it? There it is. I got a little 6x6 Bo Bunny pad from Tuesday Mornings. I thought this would be perfect for this album. It can be very vintagey. Look at that. Look at that, y'all. I love it. So, those are just a couple new things I got this week. Anyway, I'm going to finish this up. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. If you like it, give me a great big thumbs up. Make sure you head back here next Friday for another health update. Again, I strongly encourage you guys to please leave me what your progress is and what your failings were this week. I feel like it's important for us to be able to have somebody to report to. I know that for me, knowing that I'm coming on every Friday to report to you guys surely keeps me motivated. It doesn't cause me stress. It makes me feel like I have a whole bunch of people on my side. So again, if you just need a cheerleader, let us know. I need a cheerleader. I need somebody to cheer me on. If you need just encouragement, let us know. What is wrong here? I just bought it. Please don't tell me it's clogged. What is going on? What the heck, dude? Why is it clogged? I don't like putting a thumbtack in here because that's too big. Do I have a needle? There it goes. Okay, good. Oh, good. Okay. Good, good, good. All right. So make sure you give me a big thumbs up, like this video, come back for next week's health update, or come back for next Monday's plan with me. I said I was going to have a DIY Dollar Tree this week, and guess what? It did not happen. That is okay, though, because I'll have it next week, I guess. So subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.